Hello and welcome. This is Rooflemonger, my friends. Here we are talking Tekken 8. Tekken 8 now is a little over a week old, but it's still brand new effectively, right? Much too early for tier lists and all that nonsense. But that said, too early for tier lists, sure, but maybe not too early to find out, who's a little bit stronger, who's a little bit weaker. And right now, thanks to our friend Knee, Tekken Legend, we're here to discuss maybe that June is just a little bit stronger. So we have a tweet here from Knee. Fact, June is broken. Angel smiley face. She has no weakness at this point. Launcher is safe to a degree. Good poking, strong homing, and guaranteed follow-up. Strong combo 2. Damage almost 90. In fact, more than that, as we'll get into. And wall combo. And yes, the wall combo is very good. And 13 frame heat smash and recovery. If you don't believe this, try it. And yeah, basically everything he's saying there is completely correct. Some of it even understated. Now, obviously, June is a character of weaknesses in that a lot of her bigger attacks do basically chip damage to herself, right? Now, granted, in certain launching scenarios, if you do chip damage to yourself but you got the launcher, well, you're going to be hitting them and gaining your health back anyway, so that part is not really a weakness. It's only a weakness if it gets blocked. But I guess that's part of the character design here, right? So if it gets blocked, you take the chip, sure, but you're safe on many traditionally unsafe moves, like say the generic launcher, right? -12, most of the cast of the generic launcher is slightly punishable. Some people aren't, but most are. But at the cost of some chip damage, she's safe, she's good to go. Big old like Matterhorn style launchers, also at the cost of chip, -9, completely safe on block. In fact, with so much pushback that like -9 might as well be a suggestion. Things like the old crazy Kazuma backflips, right? If you want to do the follow-ups here, completely safe, -9. So, traditionally it's not that way. 4-2 can be -9. Like basically everything that's a launcher can be made safe. Some characters have some moves with safe-ish launchers, but basically everything June can do, as long as you're willing to make it a laser and lose a little bit of health and chip, which you can recover, everything's safe. So that's a good part of the character. And then we have stuff like her heat smash. The heat smash is ridiculous because it's very fast, has incredible range, and also gets you a giant chunk of that recoverable health back. So yeah, she can spend a lot of health, but she can get it back very easily, especially with tools that no other character in the game is afforded, like that 13 frame mid that hits from so far away, right? And the fact, hey, heat smash anyways, right? She has multiples. She even has a low as a bonus, because why not? And yeah, she has a variety of good normals, good buttons, good strings to work with here. But let's talk the damage, because that's one of the really kickers of June right now. Some characters have, kind of average damage. Some people have above average damage, as you do, as how fighting games work. But June, seemingly, with what you consider guaranteed, might have the highest overall damage in the game, and in ways that can kind of loop back into itself. So let me show you an example here. Now I'm going to show you this combo just off the basic launcher, right? And you can go into this multiple ways. This is just the basic launcher as kind of a universal example. And please notice here, when it's set to wake up, it's not set to anything. So when the enemy's knocked down, they're just going to stay down on the ground for now. And we'll get to why this is kind of messed up in a bit here. But to show you what's guaranteed. So notice how they're kind of on their stomach, knocked down. And notice also when I was doing the combo, I kind of dashed up and sidestepped before I continued, right? It's specifically to create this exact state. And when there's the exact state, I do get guaranteed damage. So the combo did 71. So already 71, it's pretty all right. Off a launcher, pretty all right. But we're going to get a lot more. So that follow-up there after the combo is over, that is guaranteed. There's no way out. In fact, it gets a lot worse depending on what you're doing, right? But that base hit is guaranteed. So it did 24 damage, a little scaled because they're on the ground. But if we did 71 on the base combo and 24 is guaranteed, that's 95 damage. That is over half a character's life off a basic launcher. Like, yeah, you took a little chip, but you're also hitting him so many times, you basically regain all the chips, so whatever, right? So that's very powerful. Now let me show you what happens, you know, when you try to wake up, right? So now we're going to hit stand up, right? The most basic wake up option. The most basic option you can pick. Let's see what happens again. And also during that point, we're going to hit the record. And record's great. Thank you very much, Namco, for the record feature. And we're going to show you how it all works out. Okay, here we are. We got that record in, right? So now we can see Jin's been a bad boy, so mommy's spanking him down, right? Ah, I love this stuff. Record's so good. Anyways, so now, once again here, they're set to stand up, right? And now we're going to do that same thing. We're going to healing stance 1. Let's see what happens. Wait a second. What? That wasn't just a base hit. It relaunched them. So if you do not stay perfectly still on the ground, you just go for the most basic wake up option, you get relaunched. And from here, you can get however elaborate you really choose to be. Do whatever works for you, right? But yeah, 71 damage plus 65 damage equals probably dead character. And anything with short of like these gigantic stages, like you're going to hit the wall at that point, right? So her wall damage, as we'll go over, is also really exceptional. So that's crazy. And yeah, once again here. So that's if you just stand up. If you try to do the wake up backwards, you just get launched. Although this time it's a front facing launch instead of a back facing launch. But you still get launched. So this means you're still eating crap, although eating crap in new, fun, different ways because you're front facing so we can get different combos, I guess, right? But yeah, so that's really cool. And once again, more options. Say now if they're set to side roll in either of the two directions, right? Okay, let's try that out. Dead. Side roll the other way, perhaps? No combo, but you still get smoked, right? Now, the one oddity to this is front roll. So sometimes, just sometimes, it works. But then again, sometimes it don't, right? I don't find it particularly reliable. But in this setup, it's better than 0, I guess. Especially because it doesn't launch you like the other ones do, right? So either just take the hit or risk the front roll, I suppose. Although, you know, with yourself in weird positioning, like, I don't know, it can be difficult. It can be difficult. Especially if you're anywhere near a wall, then maybe it won't even be afforded the option. This is a larger stage. So a truly monstrous amount of damage off a basic launcher. You know, some people, they get like 60. June gets close to 100. So that's crazy. And also, there's her wall damage as well. So now let's talk that wall damage. So obviously, everyone does better damage on the wall, right? That's just how the game works. June also very blessed with just kind of easy wall carry. 4-3-2 puts her in a little bit of a stance, and that little stance just hit 1. And that's just a really good floaty poke. So let me show you an example that brings us to the wall. And look here, different combo starter, but we're still going to get that combo that we showed earlier. All right, poke them on the wall. This is where we'll hit our record. So just floats them up nice and high, right? So wall combo will not in any way be difficult. So once they're up against the wall here, we want to do something basic. We're going to do 4-4-3. Splats them on the wall, and it has a follow-up here. 4-4-3, 3 plus 4. And some fancy kicks. And notice how it kind of creates that little float over state here. After this, we're going to go for what is nominally the heat engager. It won't be for here, but just 1 plus 2, big old punch, right? And the thing about this move is it's 26, so it's like all right for a single strike. And because they're already very low to the ground, here, that's guaranteed again. So it's on the ground, so the damage scaling is very relaxed, so it's just a raw 20. And those wall hits just always guarantee it. No fancy setup. No need to do anything different, really. So our base combo is going to be 79 damage. That's all right. That's all right. But then it's 79 plus a guaranteed 20. So it does 99 damage. 1 point short of 100. And if I optimized that better, did a different route, I'm sure it could easily break 100, right? So June's damage is cracked, is what I'm trying to tell you here. Be it a mid-screen B&B launcher combo, basic launcher, or if especially you're against the wall, you're eating just so much more damage than a lot of the rest of the cast. So yeah, I'm not going to say one way or the other if she's broken or not, but in my opinion, she's better than the average character. I'll just leave it at that, right? Tier list stuff, you guys can figure it out. But that's just to give you an idea of what the character's capable of, right? Obviously, the character has some weaknesses too, besides just the chip health. But then, once again, the chip health is the balancing factor around some of her more absurd powers, right? But yeah, okay. 16 frame launcher instead of 15. That's a weakness. But she also has a 14 frame launcher from crouching instead of 15, right? Meaning she can punish many nominally not seriously punishable moves. Like Jin's extra stupid down 2, right? Not launch punishable by everyone except for June. Because she's got that 14 framer, right? So she knows the weakness in her son's game plan in that way. So obvious certain weaknesses some ways, but key overwhelming strengths in other ways. Like she gets 36 damage off a 10 frame punish. Like that's pretty alright, right? But yeah, so anyways, once again, that's June. That's just an idea. Lord Knee says June is overpowered. How will it shake out? Does she need nerfs? I don't know. You tell me. Post in the comments below. But that's just an idea of some of the absurd things this character can do. And otherwise, we're at the end of the video. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well. And go out and play some Tekken.